This isn't a review as much as it is a crowning for the best wrestling promotion in the last 10 years. And to Dave Meltzer, it'd be the best wrestling promotion of all time, last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. So I'm going to tell you my story about how I got into New Japan Pro Wrestling. WWE has sucked for a very long time. We all know this. I've tried to get into New Japan. I tried in my college years. I tried after my college years with the all-Japanese announce team, and it just never worked out for me. But then Kevin Kelly entered the fold in 2015. It was almost like New Japan was like, hey, FedQ, please watch our product. We got an English guy for you now. Kevin Kelly began announcing in English for New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2015. And that's when New Japan skyrocketed. The implementation of Kevin Kelly, followed by 4 matches between Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada. All these matches listed as 6-star plus by the great Dave Meltzer. Great to some, putrid to others. A dirty guy. Dirty guy. Filthy, like Tom Lawler. Nothing but bullshit spewed out of his mouth. 6 stars, 6 stars, 6 1/4, 7 stars. I haven't watched WWE in a year. I've been saying that for a while here. And I've really gotten into New Japan Pro Wrestling. 2015, I started watching. I remember they were on Access TV, New Japan Pro Wrestling, like an hour show, taking their matches from their shows and putting them on television. And that's how I got started. I recently watched Mitsuhiro Misawa against Kawada. Sorry, I'm terrible with the Japanese names. Toshiaki Kawada. Rest in peace to Misawa. I remember these guys from back in the day. Again, I tried to watch them and when I was in college. I tried to watch them and it just, Japanese announcing, I couldn't get into it. It was hard for me. But I have been able to go back and kind of watch some of the old stuff. And my God, is that shit good. Great. Excellent. Superb. Phenomenal. The fire burns. So enter the G1 Climax, and, I've been watching these shows. I'm reviewing day 2 through 5 today. Basically what this is, if you want to see my star ratings, you can go check out the details, the whatever the YouTube thing is below. You can check that out. I got all my star ratings. I'm trying to remember, the matches themselves. I took some notes, but I really don't feel like going through all the matches. So this is more about a story of New Japan Pro Wrestling and the best wrestling promotion in the world. The wrestling is that good. I mean, I'm going down these G1 Climaxes. I mean, even the one from last year, there's a lot. 4 stars, 4 1/4, 4.5. These guys aren't even trying. They're putting 4.5 star matches. Tetsuya Naito, stay tranquilo. Hiroshi Tanahashi. Obviously, Kazuchika Okada. There's a lot of great ones. Zack Sabre Jr., Jeff Cobb. I've been gloating about Jeff Cobb lately. I didn't think he was going to be able to give a tour of the islands to Bad Luck Fale, and by God, he did it. I had some guy chirping in my ear saying that Jeff Cobb was a little bit too small. Well, he's 5'9". He just looks bigger than he is. Oh, okay. I just hope that at some point, the WWE can bring some of these guys in. Because it has happened before, but it hasn't happened to the extent that it should have happened. Kenta basically gave up, got fat as fuck, stuck in NXT. They had Kushida. There's a reason why Kenny Omega doesn't want to go to WWE. Because he doesn't want to get fucked over. Just like all these other guys. I mean, think about the independent craze from a couple years ago. It's due to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Kazuchika Okada, Jay White. I mean, these guys are studs. Kenny Omega, Cody, all these guys left. They're still locked and loaded. And I can't tell you how many times the WWE has copied these guys. WrestleMania is 2 nights now, right? Who do you think started that? Wrestle Kingdom. Now Wrestle Kingdom is 3 nights because they're sick and tired of the WWE ripping them off. Taichi, I'm watching Taichi. Black Mephisto. Got a cutie beside him by the name of Mio Abe. I'm going to steal his girl. He rips his pants off just like Angel Garza. So many instances of WWE taking a look at what Japan is doing and mimicking it, copying it. But they're never going to get the credit that they deserve. Doesn't matter if Kushida comes in. Doesn't matter if Kenta comes in. They're not going to get the respect. Vince McMahon doesn't care. They can't speak English. Well, you know what you do? You have a mouthpiece. You use a manager. You have a stable. For whatever reason, Vince McMahon has never, ever welcomed these guys in with open arms. Even though he'll straight up rip them off and copy them. Fuck the WWE. Fuck Vince McMahon. Really, really into New Japan, especially the last year, man. I got rid of WWE, and it's like, man, there's so much better wrestling out there. Zack Sabre Jr. Go watch him wrestle. This guy's insane. He's got a new submission every time he ends a match. The way that he can sell, the way that he moves around, ridiculous. Stud. I hope at some point somebody can bring him into WWE. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic, then he was gone. Kota Ibushi was in the Cruiserweight Classic, then he was gone. Because they don't believe in the booking. They don't think that Vince McMahon can get them over. And there's obviously evidence of him not being able to do so. Cody was Stardust. He went to New Japan. Turned himself into a star. Now he's back. I mean, it's a straight rip-off of Cody, you know, Kazuchika Okada, but you know me. It's okay. So let's take a look at some of these matches. See if I even remember any of these. So I'll just read off some of the 4+ star matches from day 2 to day 5. Okay, I technically have not seen Tetsuya Naito and Hiroshi Tanahashi yet. Okay, I'm about to watch it right after I do this video. I'm watching the rest of day 5, and then I will watch day 6. So from now on, after this video, I will be individually reviewing these shows every single day, each day that comes out. So here's what we got. I mean, we got Zack Sabre Jr. wrestling a 4-star match with Kenta. We've got 3 3/4 stars, Zack Sabre Jr. against Aaron Henare. And you know, Aaron Henare was somebody that actually surprised me in this match because he wrestled a 1 1/4 star match against Tanahashi. And then all of a sudden, his striking ability came out to play. And I was like, wow, Henare is a lot better than I thought. You know, some of his punches remind me a little bit of Vader. Technically, you're not supposed to hit with closed fists, but I guess they're lenient over there in New Japan. 4, strong style. King strong style. Shinsuke Nakamura, look what they've done with him. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. All the haters in the comment section. Oh, come on. Tell me one instance they've actually given a fuck. You know who would give a fuck? Me. I wouldn't be afraid to make Kazuchika Okada world champion. Because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. I don't know why this is a problem for WWE. They'd rather have Logan Paul be champion. The best wrestling in the entire fucking universe resides in Japan. Brock Lesnar was over there. So, yeah, my ratings will be below. I will have all this stuff down there. See, here you go. Here are my ratings right now. I'm not watching the tag matches, just the 4 individual G1 matches for each day. So I'm on day 5, and I got to watch Tanahashi and Naito. Stay tranquilo. So that's my review, a.k.a. just basically me just saying some stuff for 10 minutes. New Japan Pro Wrestling is the best wrestling promotion in the world. Until I take over WWE, of course. It's going to happen, whether you want to hear it or not. Stay tranquilo. Go drink a Corona. Put a lime in it. Tastes real good.